You know, it's really nice to wake up in the morning and you don't know what you're going to do, and you're trying to put together an article and get your publishing going, and you got to listen to the news. I have a flash news briefing here on my dot. I listen to that, get the weather and everything on. What in the world am I going to start my day with? And then an idiot jumps up and makes a video and puts your name all out there saying the same old tired nonsense. Okay? So we're going to go down the line here. We're going to play whack-a-mole again. And the rule is, let me explain the rule here. This girl likes to say that I'm trolling her, I'm bullying her, it's gone to the federal level and all that. No. All I'm doing is when she comes on and slanders and libels me and accuses me of things, I come back and I rebuke. So let's start rebuking. We got to go back to the shed, folks. I do apologize, okay? I have to take, you know, heard that saying, take somebody to the woodshed? Well, I got to take old Amy back to the woodshed again, okay? It's kind of hard to go to the federal level and accuse me of felony theft when I never touched the items, I never owned the house, and the house is now in somebody else's possession. It's been sold, okay? And another thing, she brings up the video how the dumb bitch lost her shit, okay? If you will watch that video, watch it and see if you see me saying her name or what the stuff is. It looks like a bunch of garbage on the curb. It could be anything. She just assumed it was hers, okay? And now let's talk about federal level. That seemed to be a dominant factor in this last rant that she did, federal level, okay? Very, very famous people, I guess. About a year ago, I went up to Utah with Brother Theo, and we're going to talk about him too, by the way. And my granddaughter was in some trouble with the Child Protective Services up there. My granddaughter, as you know, my friends here know, has some mental issues. She has reactive attachment disorder. She's also diabetic. She is, in fact, schizophrenic, but they can't legally say that till she's 12. I don't know what the law is. But like the doctor told us down here at Scott and White, if a person is exhibiting schizophrenic tendencies and you give them a pill and the tendencies go away, what does the person have? Now, somewhere or another, when she turns 12, they can write it down on paper that she has schizophrenia. Some kind of national law. I'm not being like her talking. I don't understand the law, but I do know that the little girl is confused and goes walkabout and walks all over town up in Utah and everything. When she takes a little blue pill, she don't do that. Anyway, enough said about that. But anyway, we went up there to get her out of a mess with CPS. Brother Theo went with me. And the reason Brother Theo went with me is I can't divulge everything here that he does. And it's not because I'm being secretive. It's because it's number one, his business. And number two, it's dangerous work. In his travels around, he does indeed associate with federal agencies like the FBI, the CIA, and Homeland Security, and the NSA. He uses them for information. They use him for information, okay? He really does that. Did Brother Theo ever tell this lady on the phone that he was in the FBI? No, he did not. What she said when she got here was she had a deal with some Army guy, Army colonel or something, and they were going to grab the daughter out of the Houston house, and they were going to spirit her off to Europe where her ex-husband was waiting to fix her up. That's what she told us. I told her that could not possibly be the case, and that's when I called Brother Theo. First, I called him when she didn't know. I said, this lady's down here saying that the Army's going to help kidnap her kid and run her out of the country. He made a couple of phone calls to wherever and come back and said, okay, she's lying. It's not going to happen. She's lying. Okay. So, there we are. So then I put her on the phone to him. Now, this is how big a liar this Amy can be. She told me, and that phone call, I'm very smart. I'm very smart. I recorded it. You know why I called her dumb bitch? Because she is dumb. She was using my iPhone to make the call. So what did she record? You know, to my knowledge, and I used to work for Apple, I've never been able to record a phone call on this iPhone. I imagine some Little 13-year-old girl geek could probably figure it out, but I haven't figured it out yet. Now, my granddaughter Puck might be able to do it. Okay. Anyway, she couldn't have recorded that phone call. That's a lie. And if it was recorded, I looked on my phone. There was no voice notes on there. I don't use voice notes. Okay. So anyway, that's a lie. Now, she goes out to. She's always saying cyber stalking, bullying, and everything like that. Now I hate to say I'm a pretty well together guy. You really have to work hard to rattle my cage. But one thing that irritates me is when somebody goes on and says, I've been to the police, I've been to the federal level, very famous people, all that, and if I die, Wilbur Witt did it. He did it. He's trying to drive me to suicide. So if I wind up dead, he did it. I'm being accused of attempted murder. You know? Now, if that's not cyber stalking, I'm not a white boy from Austin. Does it bother me? Am I going to go to the police? No. But anyway, like I'm saying, I took Brother Theo up there with me to Utah. We did involve federal agencies. The law was being broken on a federal level by the Utah Child Protective Services. Okay? In Utah, they had to go through the Attorney General to take kids and all this. They don't just do it like in Texas where the CPS just trots over and goes to court. They have to go through certain procedures. The first thing Brother Theo did was invoke something called the Ombudsman. And the Ombudsman is an oversight agency that oversees. And they're like roaches. Once they're on you, they just never go away. So we brought in the Ombudsman, which is a federal agency, okay, which we're still in contact. We also contacted the Federal Bureau of Investigation because there was another thing going on up there. We discovered 2 little girls had been picked up the previous year, and it seemed to be a pattern. They're picked up, taken away from the family. They're transported a distance from the town down to a place called St. George, and then they disappear. And there was a park called Lindsay Park where Ted and I took a little stroll over there in the golf cart, you know, and we went over there and everything, and it was a smorgasbord for pedophiles. People were coming, men were coming far away as Butte, Montana, Las Vegas, Denver, all converging on this park and shopping for little girls who, what was happening with my little girl was she was told that she had to give her iPhone money to this other little girl that was the mule for this thing. And she had to have a pillow and a blanket and show up at Lindsay Park about 1 or 2 in the morning and go straight to the restroom, okay? Figure that one out. And that really happened. That's not Amy talking bull. That really happened. Okay. When we got through with Lindsay Park, the squirrels didn't even go there anymore. Okay. And we invoked the FBI to investigate, the Ombudsman. We didn't invoke the local police because they were clueless. They were honestly, they weren't involved, they weren't hurting. The police were honest, but they were just clueless. We got a town of 15,000 people, and the most violent crime that happened there in the last 3 years is during Peach Day, 3 14-year-old lesbians got in a fight, and one of them got stuck in the butt with a penknife. That was front page news in that town. Okay? So we were dealing with a bunch of people, and they all look the other way. They're very closed society. They're Mormon. I mean Mormon, not the 2 that knocked on your door this morning and aggravated you trying to give you a free Book of Mormon. We're talking their ancestors 2 generations ago come up with that mountain pushing wheelbarrows because Brigham Young told them to. That's as Mormon as you can get. I am a descendant myself of Porter Rockwell. Okay? We hid that fact from them. We did not tell them. Now, we let them think I was a complete Gentile. Okay? But these people are nice, kind people. You know, they don't hurt anybody. But once the community got aware of what was going on, the Attorney General lady, when she became aware, she dropped the whole case, walked away from it. This is disgusting, and walked away from it, and my little girl is safe today. Now, we just had a recent incident this last week or 2 where she got off her meds, just like Amy, and she went nutty for a while and everything, but she got back on her meds and everything, ended up at a country club having 6 grown men buying her lunch because she did her hair right. So, I mean, this is a topsy-turvy world we live in. But anyway, I'm not cyber stalking Amy at all. I am answering things that she said. She has lied. I did not steal anything from her. I never touched stuff from her. I have no knowledge where the stuff is now. I saw stuff go on the curb. Okay. No federal agency. The reason I brought up the federal agency thing, if Brother Theo and I were in contact with these people last year, and we did uh, a deal where we busted up a town, do you honestly think, honestly believe that we're not still in contact? Do you honestly think that Brother Theo can pick up the phone and call the same people and say, "Hey, Amy Sharon says y'all are investigating me and Wilbur"? You don't think we can't do that or haven't done that? Okay, I can assure you, there's no federal investigation going on right now. She is lying, and she's been lying. Okay, that's what she does. That's what she does all the time. Okay, um, I don't know. From what I saw on the video this weekend, I did not see an Inchon truck. I did not see cameras of any caliber to make a TV show, any TV show. I did not see producers or crews or snake cables or satellite dishes on top of the white. I saw none of that. So with my experience with making TV shows, especially one that's going to be released in March and everything, when we did the Shockwave episode, it took about 30 days for them to boil everything down. Now that's what it took, about 30 days. Um, Something she's describing that is so detailed that it'll be March before they get the final mix down and go on the air with it. You would see a lot of just the ladies carrying the paperwork walking around. There were 4 women when we made the Shockwave thing in Berry Creek. In addition to the producer, and director, and cameraman, and technicians, and everything, there was 4 women just carrying laptops. That when the director would say something, they'd type it up, or they'd go run out to the truck and get something. There's that many people in the house. Okay, I saw none of that. So I'm not going to sit here and say she's absolutely lying. She probably had an iPhone, was going to take pictures of some veterans, and she thinks it's a big TV show. You know, I don't know. I don't think so. But I don't know. Now, I do want to clear something up. I'm not going to just trash her all the time. I said she drank beer, Modelo, when she was with Steven. Okay? She did. But Amy told the truth. She didn't drink a lot of beer. She drank a beer. I think she drank it because he was drinking it. And it was just, like she said, be part of the crowd. But she did ask for hydro marijuana. And her and Steven got into an argument because she was supposed to take a drug test when she got back to Houston. And he told her, you cannot use right now because you will test positive and everything. And I had my son Timmy was here, not in this house, but he was in the area. She kept asking me to have him go get her some hydro. I never did it because I have. I'm so much of a criminal. I've got these deputy sheriffs hanging around. Deputy Diane and her boyfriend Ryan that come here every now and then, just walk in, tap on the door and walk right in. Well, she still got her sheriff's jacket on and wearing her gun. She got off duty and come over here to have a cocktail. And she walks in here and here's Amy's fat ass sitting there blowing a joint. Things would get interesting real fast, okay? So, this is what I'm doing. I am not stalking Amy. This here is just whack-a-mole, okay? That's all it is. She's accused me of attempted murder, grand larceny, cyber stalking. I have a right to respond when somebody accuses me of things I didn't do. There is no federal investigation. In my opinion, she is not making a major TV. How can she be making a major TV show and be drifting from place to place cyber begging? Please send me $5. Send me $5,000. I've seen it. Before she was bushwhacked over the weekend, doing that little thing where she got ran out of the VA center for the homeless. One of the people sent her $1, and she took the dollar. Okay. I write for a living. I'm also retired, double retired, by the way. And I'm also, as of today, in about an hour or so, I'm having a gentleman come up from Berry Creek, and we're putting together a real estate business where I'll be making money off a real estate business. Amy's got a major contract with a major firm, big time TV show, yeah. But she ain't got $5. Okay. Do the math. Just do. And every time you say my name, Amy, I'm going to say yours. I did not steal from you. I do not take lie detector tests, and I never have. There's bunches of reasons for that. Number one, they don't work. Number two, in my opinion, you are a psychopath. You cannot put a psychopath on a lie detector test because they do not know when they're lying. Amy believes every word she's saying. She's obviously off of her medication, which is what the director of the Austin State Hospital told Ted. Yeah, we know him too, huh? Yeah. That she gets off her meds and the problems that she has comes back. When she gets on her meds, fairly agreeable old girl. And about your weight, I don't know if anyone is photoshopping those pictures. I do know I observed and watched the live feed this weekend. I watched it and I did screenshots on this phone. Those are real screenshots I had. That's not nothing. I didn't Photoshop anything. All right. When I met Amy, she was overweight. Okay. Lots of people are overweight. I was overweight in Berry Creek. I was 218 pounds. I'm down to like 175 now. But that's not what makes her ugly. If she was a happy, overweight girl who liked to cook cakes and laugh and giggle all the time, she would be a pleasant person. But like I said, when you're beauty, it's only skin deep. But when you're ugly, it's all the way to the bone. Don't be ugly, or you might meet this lady right over here.
I'm going to take a guess on how many times you're going to get shot over here.
You can't touch this. You can't touch this.